Are you there, guys? There you are.
Willie, boy,
live all the way from Davos. But first of all,
I'm all right, brother.
Let me just say, Callum, James, thank you both for covering what's happening there with Vox Pop, guys. Absolutely outstanding coverage. We've been watching it, Rogue, haven't we?
Absolutely amazing. Thank you for coming on too.
Yeah, thank you for coming on the show. We really appreciate your time, guys. But tell us, what's it like over there in Davos? You're on the ground. You've got your microphones straight in faces of some of these big bureaucrats, unelected muppets, want to control the world to their globalist agenda. What's it like, Callum?
Do you know what, right? This has been a very interesting one for me, actually, because this is the third time I've done the WEF event, but me and a friend of mine who I see here every year, we were both talking on day one about how it actually feels like, and I know this is hard to comprehend, but that there's less money being moved around. So, for example, right, so it's the shops on the promenade get rented out for between 60,000 to 750,000 Swiss francs, and it's almost 1-to-1 franc to pound. Now there's a big building near the Checkpoint Charlie bit where you if you got the accreditation you can go into the main WEF building, and Reuters usually have the main building that's there, but this year it was completely empty. Prime real estate for the WEF annual event, and it was completely empty. It just really felt this year like less money was moving.
Okay.
Wow. Well, guys, listen, I know it's really cold out there, isn't it? I can tell. Thanks for everyone to give donations.
I've been short and t-shirt all week.
I know. I was going to say, you've got a crowdfunding page for donations of Callum and you, so we'll post that in our link there. I know because you've been asking for claws. You've been out there. You was freezing. Your gloves on.
I was just thinking. Callum must be hard as nails because it looks like he's standing there in a shirt, right? James has got the full-on, jacket and all the rest of it, good old James. But Callum looks like he's just standing there flexing with a shirt on. I'm impressed, mate. I'm impressed. You're an Arctic warrior.
Well, it's all about, showing dominance to these global elites, isn't it? But unfortunately, no matter how cold it gets now, it's almost like become a bit of a brand. It's okay. So there was someone. It was on Tuesday. I had my t-shirt, but I had a pair of jeans on. And someone who would see me at WEF a few years ago, they came over to me and they're like, initially I thought this person disgusted me. And they looked at me and went, "Where are your shorts?" I was like, oh, God. Right, tomorrow I'll wear them.
You got to wear the shorts, that's it.
Interesting to know, how was your interaction with Farage when he arrived? Because I seen him turn up with his hat on and everything. And did he? In fairness, he did answer your questions. A lot of them don't, do they? But he did, didn't he?
He did, but you know what? I think he dropped the ball. I think. I genuinely think we've broke well over 10, including where people have downloaded our videos and stuff. We broke well over 10 million views. Wow. So I think he actually really dropped the ball on the fact that he could have used us as a free platform to basically say, "Hey, everyone, come vote reform." However, the messages I've been getting since then is some people are saying he's one of them, that they don't actually trust him, they think that he's Tory light. The Robert Jenrick question. Okay, I maybe could have gone a bit harder, but I was getting a bit cold by then. My brain was starting to stop working. But he made the point when I asked about how he's taken on Robert Jenrick and immigration is his main policy. That's what's got him to the top of the polls right now, his immigration policy. Mm-hmm. However, he's taken on Robert Jenrick, who personally procured the asylum seeker hotels. Not only that, he said that rural areas must take more. Now he's saying, but he woke up and he's decided to leave that. Yeah, 5 years later. It's easy to join the winning team when everyone's joining.
Not only that as well. Absolutely. So while he's doing all these propaganda videos where he's saying he's anti-WEF, he just accepted £1 million from an ex-Tory donor who was a member of the World Economic Forum. I can't remember the exact name if you remember it.
Was it Ben Hadir or something? Something like that.
Hamir, someone Hamir.
Yeah.
He just accepted money from a World Economic Forum donor, right? He's well in with the elites. He just wants to be in the big boy club, and he feels like by leading an opposition party, he will join that club, and that's why he's come down to Davos. It's not to it's not to call out the elites or anything. He wants to be part of them. He feels left out. He wants to join them. That's how we see it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you had any interesting encounters at all? Anything that's happened that's been quite dramatic? 'Cause I know you've probably got some video footage to really slate to the public.
We got some.
Well,
What's
you
been
know,
happening?
well, you know how I don't often wear much clothes. I did have a jumper on yesterday, where it's like my Just Stop Oil jumper, but it's Just Stop the Boats. And an English chap came up to me and firstly, the co-op out here is amazing. They've got like Michelin star restaurants.
Oh, it's
Anyway,
awesome. It's awesome.
we're in the co-op restaurant. I know it sounds crazy just saying co-op restaurant. And he comes over to me and goes, "So what's that jumper about?" I went, "Oh, it's about stopping illegal immigrants in the UK." Yeah, well, you're fucking racist, mate. Blah, blah. It starts getting in my face. James gets his camera out. He goes to James. I knock him back. Later on, he brings his friends. Little does he know, we're with Billboard Chris, who's basically his old nemesis. I'm now his new one. And he turns up, and it's like all his Christmases have come at once. His old and his new nemesis there. And he starts, a physical altercation. We've got it all on camera. It's going to be going up. But he starts a physical altercation in a restaurant. 20 minutes. God. Half the world's police are here this week, and no police came.
I got punched. I got punched, and it split my tuck open
James.
again. Yeah. I got punched.
That's the second time you, James. You're putting your face too much into left-wing hands, mate. That's what you're doing.
It was good fun. I got a few in myself, so I'm quite happy.
Fortunately, that wasn't on camera.
Nah.
But he swung for Chris. He swung for Callum. He brought his boyfriend turned up as a drag queen with devil horns on. He admitted to us he was an illegal immigrant. He came to Switzerland, was here for 3 years before he became legal, right? And he was expecting us to go, "Oh, that's okay because you're white." No, we went, "No, you should be deported."
Yeah. He goes. I came here. I was an illegal immigrant in Switzerland for 3 years, and then I did the did all the paperwork. What do you think about that? I went, "Well, you shouldn't have done it, should you?"
It was good fun.
I want to ask you a question quickly while you go on, guys. I know it's cold. Farage, didn't he apologise about Tommy Robinson?
He did. Do you know what? The reason we pushed this back is because basically Ezra and the Rebel lot invited us out. They're in having dinner now, and they invited us to join.
Sent him a message. He's supposed to be coming on the show, and he's letting me down. He's letting me down to tell him.
We'll have words in a minute. I'll pass it on. Yeah. I'll pass it on. But sorry, what was the question?
Farage and Tommy.
Yes. I was just talking to Avi about that actually, and because Avi was completely unaware. I was like, "That's gone viral." Him apologizing to Tommy, that headline has gone viral. I think I think not that apologizing to Tommy is a bad thing, but I think his whole interaction this week has really gone against him because he's pissed off those that hate Tommy, and he's also pissed off those that initially went, "Oh yeah, reform are the answer," and now he's gone, "Wait, so you're not going to answer the Nadeem Zahawi vaccine disrespectful answer, and you're taking on Robert Jenrick."
Yeah, I know, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, what about Bill Gates? Because
I was ready to ask that. So, have you seen Bill Gates? And what did you say? Because I'd like to poke him in the eye and a lot more.
So most of what happened in Davos, we've seen quite a few comments, and people are saying, "No, there's no way you can bump into these people on the street." You can. It's really easy. Fly to Switzerland and see for yourself. Yeah, this is the best time of the year to get them. Now, everything that happens in Davos is most of all it's gambling. It's luck.
It's fishing.
And we'd come out of the co-op. We'd had a few. What was it? Just a bit to eat, hadn't we?
Yeah, we just had lunch
and we were walking. We were walking, and we walked past the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation store that was set up, and I was like, I looked inside. I said, "Is that someone famous?"
Like, "James, that's Bill fucking Gates."
and I'd responded with, "Yeah." I didn't want to say anything because most of the time I'd gotten it wrong.
I didn't want to embarrass myself.
So we're like, "Oh, what do we do?" We wait outside for like 10 minutes. He's a bit of a tease, wasn't he? He kept going towards the door and then stepping back in. And then eventually he just walked out. And so that's when Callum got his awesome questions in.
honestly, it seems like he's got dementia. It's really strange. But at the same time, like whilst I think he's got dementia, as we're watching him through this glass window, he's doing what looks like a coherent interview, and then when that guy leaves, the guy who's in the interview with him, he then does this piece to camera. But then when he comes out, the thing that makes me think that there's something not right with him, to the point where some people go, "Oh, it's a robot or clone." Do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised these days. But so when he comes out and I'm asking these questions, usually because I'm pissing these people off, even though they won't say anything, their eyes will go, "Will you fuck off?" But with him, completely glassed over.
Wow.
And even so, he's walking, and his aides went, "No, Bill, this way."
It's like Joe Biden. It's seriously
exactly
it sounds like Joe Biden.
Like almost soulless, nothing, no life there at all. Like absolutely soulless, like a zombie.
There was nothing behind his eyes.
You didn't bump into this guy, did you?
Not this year. I'm gutted.
We did try, didn't we?
Yeah, no, I really wanted to find him this year.
Yeah, well, he's been there giving Shabana Mahmood some advice on immigration and borders. I mean, you can't get your best, can you? I mean, unbelievable. Like the man who opened the border. He's the cause of all the problems we're in now. I mean, any other things? What's happening tomorrow in Davos? And when does it end, guys? And what's happening with you guys with Vox Pop? Do you want to give a plug for the show as well for you, what you're doing?
So it's basically over now. I mean, tomorrow it officially ends at 12. But I mean, I'm going to take James into town tomorrow, and he'll see that it's a completely different place because they like I said, they rent out shops. They put these skins on them.
It's incredible, like how much dick swinging is going on up here.
Yeah. Oh my god, like unreal. I mean, they could solve the pothole crisis with 0.1% of the GDP here.
Yeah.
But they take everything down stupidly fast. Come Monday morning, it's just a normal sleepy Swiss Alps town. But yeah, so tomorrow it ends officially at 12. I'll be taking James back there to show him around. As for what are we doing? We're currently also working on a documentary in Ireland on TUSLA, which is the Children and Families Agency.
If you want information about that, by the way, there's also vpireland.com where we have all the latest information regarding that documentary that we've been working on now for about 6 months.
Couple of months, yeah. I mean, we're hoping that should.
Initially, you'll like Richard, actually. Funny enough, it is something you'd find interesting.
Initially, we were doing a documentary, but we've got that much. It's now going to be like a docu-series.
Wow.
And we're also looking at basically doing like a Welsh tour for the devolved election, devolved government election, because I think that Wales is actually going to be a bit of a litmus test for the general election, which I think will actually be earlier than 2029. But anyway, yes, we're looking at going to every single constituency in Wales.
Wow.
And if any potential Senate politician or candidate sees this and wants an interview, we'll happily speak to anyone and everyone.
Fantastic. Rogue, you want to ask them a quick question?
No, I didn't. I'm just excited to have them on, listen to what they're saying.
If people want to find out more on it. Yeah? Oh,
we've got more time if you want. We've got more time.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't want to rush you guys because Richard as well. Richard, before you jumped on, we were talking about what's happening in Australia, but they've now made hate speech into law. Rich, do you want to give the guys a rundown what you've told us tonight?
Oh yeah. So Albanese, who I think we're talking about clones. I think he's a clone of Keir Starmer put in a time machine some time back and beamed into Australia. He's decided to rush through the most draconian hate speech laws. Now, I'm not going to book because all the viewers have heard this already, but I'll give you a quick top 10 rundown of it so you can see what's coming to the UK. And my prediction is, obviously, this is in response to the Bondi Beach massacre, right? And they've rushed this through the Australian Parliament, and it's the most draconian stuff you'll ever hear. If you're found guilty of directing the activities of a hate group, now remember, under Albanese's regime, the Unite the Kingdom movement would be called a hate group, okay? And that would put me, Tommy, and everybody else that's involved in organising demos in this frame for directing hate groups. It's 10 years in prison if you recklessly direct a hate group. Now, I don't know how you recklessly direct a hate group, but anyway. And if you deliberately direct a hate group, it's 15 years in prison. Now, James knows about this because of the situation that he's found himself in for nothing. What, James? What's
thug.
happening with that? Can you talk about that? Or is that have we got an embargo on that? Can you talk about what's happening in your case?
I can absolutely talk about that. So for anyone who doesn't know, I was arrested and charged for referring to foreign pedophiles as foreign filth. The argument from left-wing counter-protesters was that white people rape as well, and I said, yes, of course, white people rape as well. We have a massive issue in this country of white people committing rape. We need to do something about it. Why do we need to import more of the same, import more foreign filth? I wasn't calling immigrants foreign filth, I was calling foreign pedophiles foreign filth. I found myself arrested, chucked in a cell for 14 hours, looking at 2 years in prison, and that is all for utilising my right to free speech at a democratically protected protest. I'm on trial now next year in November. It's a 2-day trial. So the first day, because I got a fantastic barrister from the new litigation, the first day is about an abusive process. So if the judge finds there's been an abusive process, an unlawful search, an unlawful arrest, which there was, then all charges will be dismissed. If he doesn't find that, it's going to go to day 2, where I am looking at spending 2 years in prison, 2 years of my life in prison for referring to foreign pedophiles as foreign filth. This is the country we live in. And you mentioned there about 10 years for being the leader of a so-called hate group. You could argue that we kind of already have those laws in the UK with 14 years for supporting a supposed hate group. So that those kind of laws already exist. And, what I'm seeing in Australia at the moment with these kind of legislation, the UK is much worse. If you organise a protest in the same place more than once, the police can ban you, and if you turn up, they'll arrest you. If you protest outside the designated protest area, you can be arrested. If you void a Section 35, which can be given on the belief you might do something, you can be arrested. If you say something that may insult someone who's not even at the protest, can just view it online, you can be arrested and you can spend years of your life in prison.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
So,
Callum, we love you, mate. You're the latest. We've got to get you on the show. When you're over in Wales, we've got to get you in the studio.
When are you flying back?
Mr. Seb, you got to come. You got to get back over here, guys.
We're flying back tomorrow.
Tomorrow night. Yeah, tomorrow night, and then I'm back on the.
So where can people? Your social media. Give us a rundown for our viewers here watching. Where can people find you on social media?
Should do yours.
I will follow you both right now. I will follow you both right now. So tell me.
Do you know when I say that I get cautioned by the police? Yet when you say it, it's completely fine.
So when she says it, Tracy says it.
It's that tag. You've got to get that tag off Callum before you start saying things like that, mate. You know what it's like.
Come on, Callum.
Yeah.
My current Twitter, as Elon still won't give me back my old account, is at Frankly Speak P. That's the letter P, because I used to have a channel called Frankly Speaking, where I just want people to speak frankly about controversial issues. And what's the Vox Populi one?
The Populi Media is Vox Populi.
That's where the work is.
Now, my Twitter account was given back to me. My Twitter account was given back to me, so it's James Harvey 2503. Thank you, Elon, for giving me back my account.
Yeah, fantastic. James, just quickly, are you still doing
I followed you.
Are you still doing stuff with Students Against Tyranny? Is that still on the horizon, or is that?
My thing with Students Against Tyranny is that I'm now a 22-year-old bloke who's no longer a student, and I remember being at protests before, massive counter protests against us, and I remember being called James Harvey is against self-identification, but he self-identifies as a student. And it's kind of true, right? So I'm thinking about renaming it to former Students Against Tyranny. We'll see. Or Youth Against Tyranny. The thing is, at the moment, I'm moving more in the direction of journalism, right? There is enough activists going on in the UK, and what I can see myself doing is creating change from within, a media outlet like Vox Populi, doing the video production and being an on-screen journalist. I can create more change doing that. It's what I'm good at, and it's what I'm getting better at, and I'm working with fantastic people such as Callum Smiles. So, I think I'm moving more in the direction of journalism. Of course, I'm still going to organise protests. Maybe not under the banner of Students Against Tyranny anymore, but
he's a shit student. Look how he spelt Trudeau.
I love it.
He's had 16 pints of Swiss lager. It's lucky he can even spell Justin.
16 light work, mate. I've had many more than that.
We were joking about his geography the other day because someone said, they were asking about our trips to Ireland, and they went, "Oh, have you been to Northern Ireland?" He went, "Yeah, we went to Cork."
I said,
You can't get more Southern Ireland than Cork.
The Rebel County. The Rebel County. If you go to Cork and say you're in Northern Ireland, you will be hung without a shadow of a doubt.